How many times did they actually, her poking Caitlin Clark in the eye? And that really had me thinking, like, damn, how many times did they actually, drop the ball and didn't call stuff against Caitlin? Now, Caitlin got called for a technical for hitting the back of the backboard. If somebody viciously clotheslined her, we're not getting a call for that.
The WNBA refs must think they're running a comedy show with the way they're calling fouls on Caitlin Clark. Their decisions are so inconsistent, it's almost laughable. One moment, she's getting shoved with no whistle, and the next, a minor reaction earns her a technical. But here's the real shocker. There's solid proof that something bigger is at play, and it's not a good look. Get ready because this controversy is about to be exposed.
They need to be investigated ASAP. We see what's happening with Caitlin Clark. There's no reason you shouldn't be protecting your star player, because without Caitlin Clark, there won't be no sold-out arenas.
The WNBA refs really thought they could get away with what they pulled last season. They must have believed no one would notice how they treated Caitlin Clark like just another player while others got superstar-level calls. Fouls were being handed out for the smallest contact, yet Caitlin could be shoved, tripped, or even taken down, and the refs wouldn't bat an eye. It was as if they were watching a stage play instead of officiating a game.
To see none of the calls being missed like we seen last year, bro. These referees have to get it together. Now, we know the Indiana Fever front office did everything they had to do, put the right pieces around Caitlin Clark, make sure they make it far in the playoffs, and possibly get a WNBA championship. Well, that part is done. We got a new team, we got a new coach, they got everything they need to do to take off for the 2025 season. The only thing left is these WNBA referees. This need to be talked about, just like it was supposed to be talked about at the conclusion of that season. And I'm back on a bumper, bro. I am not letting up on them damn WNBA referees because they are the biggest haters.
It was as if they had a secret handbook titled Asterisk, How to Ignore Fouls on Caitlin Clark. Asterisk opponents were practically testing out their wrestling moves on her, and the refs just stood there like nothing happened. But the moment Caitlin even glanced at another player the wrong way, whistle blows, technical free throws, and suddenly security is on high alert because, apparently, breathing near an opponent is now a flagrant foul.
Fouls are definitely surprising at times. I feel like I do get held.
She sold this flop perfectly. I gotta tip my hat to it. Had her hand on her chest. Most people who flop, they always do the little face thing. And she sold it perfectly. I gotta give it to her. Here's like a play from a different game. Watch Caitlin's reaction.
Excuse me, they got it on Caitlin Clark.
She wanted to really call out the ref.
There were games where Caitlin got fouled so hard it looked like she was auditioning for a stunt role in an action movie. Arms flailing, bodies crashing, defenders treating her like a human bumper car. But the refs? They just glance at the jumbotron and nod like, asterisk, yep, that's just good defense.
On TV would not be like it is now, where everybody's watching it because it's must-watch TV. But we are seeing how she's being treated. She's being pushed around, she's being slapped around, sometimes she's being punched around, and the fouls just keep getting harder and harder.
And let's talk about consistency, or the complete lack of it. One game, a defender can hip-check Caitlin into another time zone with no call. The next, a random role player gets their shoelace stepped on, and the refs come running in like lifeguards blowing the whistle for an asterisk and asterisk. The double standard was crazier than a rookie trying to guard a seasoned vet in the post. But the best part? The refs never explained a thing.
You have to be great as a ref. You have to be consistent. You have to. It can't be inconsistent. It can't be AAU refs.
No accountability, no acknowledgement, just pure gaslighting. Caitlin would take hits harder than a quarterback in the pocket, stand up looking for justice, and the refs would already be jogging down the court like they didn't hear a thing. At this point, she might as well wear a body cam just to have proof. And let's not forget the times she got called for offensive fouls for simply existing. Dribbling? Offensive. Cutting through the lane? Offensive. Looking at the basket? Asterisk, whistle blows, asterisk. It's like the refs woke up every morning thinking, asterisk, how can we make Caitlin Clark question reality today, asterisk?
The referees and them not calling fouls like this one last night. Let's just check it out. There's going to be a drive down the court here, right? And we've got another clothesline from hell. This time Marina Mabry on Caitlin Clark.
Social media caught everything. The refs thought they were slick, but the internet never forgets. Every missed call, every blatant foul, every time Caitlyn got hammered with no whistle. The WNBA got dragged so hard even non-basketball fans were asking, asterisk, how is this legal? Asterisk, last season's officiating was a joke. It felt like the refs were flipping coins to decide who to punish, and Caitlyn ended up on the short end every time. They weren't just bad, they looked like they had a personal vendetta, and the biggest proof, the now infamous eye poke from Dejounte Carrington.
Going through the trenches this year, they've definitely been, you know.
But you see how the hand starts out like this, and then she goes down and says, I'm poking this bitch in the eye.
Basically.
Let's see you make a 3-pointer with one eye, you know?
But, you know, again, that comes, that goes back to that. If you want to be the greatest, you got to deal with the hate and the haters and the people that are doing dirty shots and trying to take you out. That's normal.
It's what Jordan went through, right? It's what Jordan went through.
For sure.
She had a...
The eye poke was so blatant it's almost funny. Dejounte Carrington stuck her hand in Caitlyn's face, and the refs did nothing. No whistle, no review, nothing. Meanwhile, Caitlyn barely breathed near a defender, and they called a foul. They ignored actual travels but whistled her for everything else. Now the league is finally investigating. Took them long enough.
But what really made me start thinking about this was the Dejounte Carrington situation. Like yesterday, I did a Dejounte Carrington video kind of breaking down that whole thing, technical on that. They didn't call nothing on that for her poking Caitlin Clark in the eye, and that really had me thinking like, damn, how many times did they act?
Some refs might not be back next season, which is the best news Caitlin Clark has gotten in a while. Maybe she'll finally get a fair game, but knowing the WNBA, they'll just replace them with new refs who still hate her. Maybe even a soccer ref handing her a red card for getting tackled. These refs had selective vision. Caitlyn got hacked, and they ignored it. Chendi Carter tackled her. No call. But if Caitlyn breathed too hard, whistle. And the flagrant? Called asterisk after asterisk the game. You don't say.
In the third quarter where Carter kind of decked you, how do you respond to that and stay within yourself?
I feel like I'm just at the point where you accept it and don't retaliate. Like, you know, just let them hit you, be what it is. Don't let it get inside your head and know it's coming. I think at this point, like, I know I'm going to take a couple hard shots a game. It is what it is, I guess.
When are the refs going to do their job? As a matter of fact, when is the WNBA going to do their job? Because there should be some suspensions, check. There should be some fines, check. And you should be setting an example for your star player. Because God forbid this young lady gets hurt.
Guys, we're starting a little TikTok weight room vlog. I'm going to show you what we do.
Get the butt down. Good.
Okay, speed. Okay, speed.
NBA refs are not consistent. A hit to the arm on one play is a foul, and a hit to the arm on another play is not a foul. The inconsistency is really bad for this league, especially with all these players you got coming in. You got Caitlyn leading it, right?
They're going to get Caitlin Clark hurt, and she's not going to be able to play. Can you imagine? It's unbelievable. It really is. I hope before the season starts next year, this gets straightened out, or we'll be right back here cooking everybody all season long next year.
Indiana Fever. They've re-signed Kelsey Mitchell. They keep Lexi Hall. Obviously, they got Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston. They bring in 3-time WNBA champion Natasha Howard. They bring in the 4th leading scorer in WNBA history, DeWanna Bonner. Indiana said we here. I don't know how else to explain.